What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Blaze of Glory challenge event and what could be the fastest way to unlock the highly decorated animated camo. Definitely stay tuned. But in the background, we got some gameplay of the mini rocket conversion here on the Goblin while we enjoy some Signal, which is of course a strike experience. This thing is a monster, and I get it might not be as good in every game mode, but can't really go wrong with it here in a game of multiplayer as you are seeing. Let me know how you feel about this brand new attachment down below in the comments. Again, if you guys missed out on the brand new event pass as a part of the High Art Seth Rogen crossover, this item should be available in the Armory once this event concludes on May the 15th. I get it though, there's a ton of really weird bugs that just got added with the mid-season, including the fact that some gameplay items like I believe the belt fed for LMGs still isn't in the Armory, even though that was an event pass item for TMNT. That was quite a long time ago, so hopefully this gets added to the Trello board as a problem at some point this week. Now, I do want to start by talking about blueprint attachment mixing. This is a feature that, strangely enough, was available back at launch for BO6, and I believe got reintroduced in Season 1 for like a day or so, then got removed again. Clearly the feature just wasn't finished, or maybe was close to being finished, but then got pushed back and ended up getting to the bottom of the priority list over at the studio. This feature then got announced as a launch feature for Season 3. Once again, COD Updates followed up after the launch of Season 3 by saying that the feature itself would be getting pushed back. I actually got some flack by saying in a recent short that this is probably going to be a feature that would come out with Reloaded, and that's what we all would have expected, right? A feature that was mentioned for launch that got delayed again wouldn't probably release any later than the middle of the season, but here we are about a week after the launch of Season 3 Reloaded, and the feature still isn't live. We've seen no communication on it over on the COD Updates Twitter, over on the Trello board, so it's safe to say that this could just pop up at any time with some upcoming patch notes before the end of this season, or for whatever odd reason will just be pushed back to the launch of Season 4, which is going to be the end of May according to the current in-game Battle Pass timer. I get it, it's frustrating. People out there were looking forward to this feature. This again does not include camo mixing though. That is a completely separate feature that has been rumored and even leaked for several years now, but as of now isn't confirmed for Black Ops 6. Now, jumping into the Blaze of Glory challenge event, the good news is, as of recording this video, the event itself has not leaked out to any capacity. So for just about every event since, I want to say maybe late MW2 cycle, the usual data miners would typically go ahead and force load the event into their games early and leak the entire thing on Twitter. It's been a very long time since we've seen an event get added into the game that we can just boot up as a surprise during the launch window and see all the rewards and challenges for ourselves without any leaks having spoiled it prior. So this is going to be a unique drop, which again begins on May 6th, which is tomorrow, time of recording this, and the event will conclude on May 15th. Now, for those wondering if the animated camo reward is going to get added to the Armory if for some reason somebody misses this event, I don't think that'll be the case, but I wouldn't fully rule it out either. I mean, a camo is technically not a gameplay item like a weapon or an attachment, but maybe they'll show some mercy to those that miss out on this camo and want to get it later on before the end of Season 3, because again, this event will not last the entirety of the second half of this season. Now remember, Blaze Bucks or $420 bills will be the drop that you're looking for in any game mode. But this will be the fourth collection event that Black Ops 6 has offered. We first saw a collection event with Archie's Festival Frenzy back in December, and that was actually a bit broken because it looked like it was tracking your progress in the background even before the event began, meaning when the event did start, you already had thousands of Archies you were able to trade in and redeem for the various items as a part of the event. That issue didn't occur again with the Terminator Collection event, which released back in Season 2. Then we ended up getting just recently the Clover Craze St. Patty's Collection event, which was actually a bit strange, as we'll get into when we talk more about Warzone Collection later in this video. But it is worth pointing out that with the recent collection events, the better rewards as a part of the collection drop typically cost around 50 to 100 of the special item you had to grab, right? Whether it was a perk or a score streak or even an attachment, you typically needed around 50 to 100 of the special drops for that event to unlock that item. So I would expect the same thing with this upcoming Blaze of Glory event. Now, hopefully I'll catch some of you guys in my live stream tomorrow morning when we're going to walk through the event with an open lobby. It's unclear if Blaze of Glory will be like Clover Craze, where it's a linear path you have to take, where you have to get all the rewards from left to right, or will it be like Archie's or Terminator, where you can just pick and choose which rewards you want to get first, hopefully it's like those events. And we know as far as some of the better rewards do go, we have the Vendetta perk, which is going to be exclusive to multiplayer, which actually marks your killer's last known location upon your respawn for a short duration. You also get bonus score for eliminating that enemy, but the Vigilance perk can actually counter Vendetta, which is good to know. Could be something that also gets nerfed at some point in a future season, because yeah, this perk does sound a little overpowered. But then for zombies, there's also the Frost Blast field upgrade, which I'm sure is going to cost a decent amount of blaze bucks. And the Frost Blast field upgrade will come with a good 6 augments, which funny enough, as of now, you can actually already research the augments early, which will give you a bit of a boost so that when you unlock the field upgrade, you can just be as overpowered as you'd like straight away. But as of now, it does seem like the mastery reward for the event will be the highly decorated animated camo, which early footage already exists of. There's the highly decorated camo, which perfectly fits the theme of 420, which is also what this event is about, but there is a Black Cell variant of the camo for those out there that own the Season 3 Black Cell Battle Pass. Again, you can't be somebody that just owns the Season 1 or 2 Black Cell packs. You have to own Black Cell Season 3 to get this camo variant. So essentially, if you have Black Cell this season, you'll be able to get 2 different animated camos, kind of just the color palette swap, but you know what I mean. You can get 2 camos as a part of this challenge event, but if for some reason the camo is something you can just claim while you're grinding through the event, then I'll keep you guys in the loop with a follow-up short once the event does go live. Now, before we continue, I want to let you know about today's sponsor, Aniba, an online marketplace that offers the best deals on digital gift cards, game codes, and even DLC. Users can also earn cashback on select purchases so that they can play more and spend less. If you want to check out Aniba, then click on the special link down below in this video's description or the pinned comment. And thank you to Aniba for sponsoring tonight's video. But as far as the fastest way to complete this collection event, the strategy with beating these kind of events as quick as possible hasn't really changed, except slightly with Clover Craze, as we'll get into in a second, but that's the reason I'm making this video. The best strategy for going through and getting as many of these drops as possible, first off, can be done in multiplayer if you play very long matches, especially the Endurance playlist. But if you get into a real long objective-based game, that could be your best shot if you're getting a bunch of kills, or if you go to 10v10, there's probably a good chance that some of the players in the enemy team aren't that great. I know things can get hectic, but that also going to increase your chances of running across even more blaze bucks. It will be best to avoid face-off playlists if, again, you're not in those extended matches, which can almost double the score and time limit of that match. This is where you're going to want to be in some close quarters maps, but ensuring that you're getting extremely long games of hardpoint and domination. Typically, people are averaging out like 30 to 50 of the drops in a game of multiplayer, but I get it. A lot of you guys do prefer to hop into zombies to get some of these collection events done. The best thing to do, at least in my opinion, if zombies is a good mode that you can grind in, is to have a save file from a high round. Because if you get to, let's say, the late 30s or early 40s, jump into that when the event goes live, there's a high chance that the higher the round, the more drops that you'll see from big trains of zombies. So that can give you a massive head start with getting through as much of the event as you'd like to get the rewards that you want, bringing you closer to that camo unlock. Now, the catch is, though, as we've seen with the recent collection events for Black Ops 6, is sometimes within zombies, there's like this soft cap where you'll get a bunch of drops and then you just won't see any anymore until you save and quit and then restart that file, and then maybe they'll start dropping again. But it's also possible to see a bit of a soft cap on some of the higher rounds so that you're not beating the event in like half an hour like what we saw with Clover Craze. Everybody's experience seems to be different with zombies, though. I'll have a lot of comments of people saying, oh, well, I was in zombies and stopped getting drops after around 25. Or then you'll have folks that say, hey, I was around 10 and had a couple hundred drops and managed to finish the event already. Everybody's experience seems to differ from platform to platform, so that's why I say zombies could be a little inconsistent. But if you're comfortable going on directed mode, then feel free to go ahead and just get a loop going where you can get all the drops that you can in that single match. But it is likely that if you're getting this event done fast in zombies, within a couple of hours of the event being live, they may end up quietly nerfing how many blaze bucks are actually being dropped from zombies to where zombies no longer is the mode you want to get this done in. But hopefully by the time they nerf it, you guys probably already have the event done. Now here's something really worth pointing out. For all the collection events, apart from Clover Craze, Plunder was the move. Although people out there had some good luck in zombies, like I said earlier, that could have been a different experience for certain players over others. If you just hopped into some of the high value loot zones where there's a bunch of chests, you could probably avoid real players and just consistently open up boxes, and almost every chest would typically give you, let's say, a Terminator skull or an Archie as we saw back in December, and you could just keep opening up chests and never really run into any type of soft cap where you have to back out of the game and go into a new one because you just stopped getting whatever the drop was. It seems like getting Blaze Bucks could be pretty quick over in Verdansk Plunder if you just keep opening up chests and maybe even avoiding real people so that things don't get frustrating. Now, the problem with Clover Craze was that there was 3 different types of clovers, meaning every time you opened up a chest over in Warzone, there was a chance that you would get some of the weaker clovers, which would prolong your unlock process for the Mastery Reward, which was a blueprint for that event. So it was almost best just testing your luck on a high round of zombies with, let's say, the oil trap on Citadel, and just making sure that you get as many clovers as you could, regardless of what type, and eventually you have the event done. But when there's only one type of drop that you're looking for, in this case, the Blaze Bucks, opening up chests on Plunder could theoretically be a lot faster than rinsing and repeating different matches of multiplayer, backing out of the lobby, going into a new lobby, waiting for queue times, or of course having to save and quit the same zombie file over and over. You can get a nice 20 plus minute game of Plunder where you're just looting boxes and praying that nobody ends the match early if they're sweating the money. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. As any other fast strategies do get discovered for the Blaze of Glory event, I'll of course make a follow-up short, and we'll be live streaming here on the channel in the morning, going through the event as best as we can. Leave your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.